All right. What is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Coming at you guys with another viewer request. We're going to take a look at ticker symbol ALPH. I do these viewer requests every single week. So if you want to see your crypto, your token in the next video, all you got to do is comment down below and I'll make a video on it as soon as I can. With that being said, this coin has been absolutely raging. Okay. We need to do an update on it after the big, massive price movements. Okay. So we're going to jump straight into it now. Head on over to TradingView. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. So as you can see, we have this really long-term trend line here that we finally got a breakout of. Okay, we tested this trend line a couple times over here, and we got a very clean breakout and retest right here and big push upwards into this overhead supply zone. Now, this is our supply zone from the past. It's an area where we consolidated in this region, and then we broke down below, retested it, and pushed down lower. So this is our major areas of resistance, essentially, which is going to be about 0.34 all the way up to about 0.40. All right, so that is our big overhead supply zone. After testing this level on the breakout, okay, we did end up seeing, some bearish movement, and we are starting to pull back. But honestly, that would be expected after such a massive, massive move. Okay. We got the breakout there. Now I have these series of yellow lines on the chart. I'm going to break down what these are, why I use those, and why they're so important. Okay. So what these are these are the three major Fibonacci retracement levels. You have the 61.8, the 50%, and the 38.2. There are other levels, definitely, for sure, on the fib retracements, but these are the three most common and well respected. And you use these because nothing moves in a straight line down or in a straight line up. Rather, you get a move up retracement, continuation of the trend, or a move down retracement, continuation of the trend. So it's really useful for spotting that trend continuation, right? So you can see over here, we had this bear flag forming. We put in a new high after bouncing here. We get the bear flag to play out, and then we retrace up to our 50% and our 38.2% retracement levels, and then continue the trend, right? So we get a clear retrace trend continuation here. But you can also use this to spot reversals, right? So if you move down, retrace, consolidate, and break through those retracement levels, you can spot an upside reversal as well as a downside reversal if you move up, retrace, consolidate, and break through those retracement levels, right? And so that's exactly what we got over here. And I mentioned these three levels here specifically saying, hey, if we can consolidate and break through these levels, then we could get an upside move. Now, I had no idea, if I'm being honest, that we would get this much of a massive rally. So it's a beautiful sight to see. Definitely love it. I mean, this thing basically went up like 300% in a very short period of time since the last update on it. But what you can see is, we had the move down, right? We came and consolidated through these levels, and then we got the breakout, okay? So that's why I use these sets of three yellow lines right here, is because these are the major retracement levels. And now that we've had a large push to the upside, these are going to be our major retracement levels of support now. So, if we come up, consolidate, and break through these levels, then that's when we could get a retest of some of our previous lows. We could come down and retest this trend line and look for a breakout retest and see if we push higher. Or, potentially we could break through the trend line, okay, and come back down below 10 cents and test, 8 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents, who knows really. But these are going to be the key areas to watch for support. Now, we've done a good job after reaching our supply zone here of pulling back, and look what we did. We held above our 50% retracement level, and we're currently holding above the 38.2% retracement level. So the three main levels of support that we really need to stay above to continue any types of bullishness is going to be 0.24727, 0.21544, and 0.18360. Okay, those are going to be your three major levels of support, where if we end up breaking and flipping those to resistance, most likely we're going to see some type of a reversal and either retest this trend line or retest some of our previous lows that we had in the past. But as I mentioned, if we can, hold above these levels, that's when we have the possibility of, retouching and retesting our overhead supply zone, which is about 34 cents up to 40 cents. So be mindful in this area, right? What you're going to want to see is you're going to want to see either it consolidate, all right, in this area and absorb those sell orders, right? Because a supply zone is an imbalance of sell orders. And so if you fill those sell orders and you consolidate in this period, more and more of those sell orders are going to get filled, and that could, diminish the imbalance, right? Because the imbalance of sell orders, the abundance, meaning that there's way more sell orders in this zone than there is buy orders. If those get filled, then what it's going to take is it's going to take new money sellers and new money shorts to actually come in and replace those sell orders to continue to push the price lower. If not, then eventually those sell orders are going to get filled, right? And price is going to push up higher to new prices, ultimately to where there's going to be new sell orders at, right? So that's what we want to see. We want to see either price quickly move through here, right? And evaporate through there, or we want to see it consolidate and start to absorb those sell orders and absorb that imbalance of sell orders in this region versus what we've seen here recently, right? Where both times we came up and touch these levels. If we zoom in, where both times we touched these levels, we immediately saw selling pressure and started moving down here and here as well, right? So the supply zone is still strong right now. Our support levels are holding up pretty well. Now, if we look at our RSI real quick, let me zoom in on the RSI for you guys. We're definitely at some overbought conditions right now. Okay, this thing went all the way up to 90 on the RSI, which is definitely overbought, right? This dotted line right here is actually 70, which is the technical definition of overbought. So, as a general rule of thumb, typically you don't want to buy something when it's overbought because it has a higher chance of pulling back. But that doesn't mean something can't go higher, right? Look, we were overbought at these levels here. You see, we did pull back, but we didn't pull back tremendously, right? We did have a strong pullback, but ultimately we consolidated and got the breakout. So that may happen again, right? We may consolidate, we may pull back down a little bit to get out of these overbought conditions, right? Just like we were over here. After we were overbought, we came down and we were not overbought anymore. We're sitting at 50, which is the midway zone on your relative strength index. And then we got the next big push. So don't be surprised if we do see any type of pullback, just for the simple fact that we're overbought. But as I mentioned, just because we're overbought doesn't mean we can't go higher. Hopefully you have a good understanding of some of the price action now. Pay attention to your RSI, pay attention to your major levels of support, your Fibonacci retracement levels that we need to hold to continue pushing higher, because otherwise we could end up getting a reversal if we break below there. And definitely watch out for that overhead supply zone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And don't forget, I do these viewer requests every week, okay? So if you want to see your token, your crypto in the next video, all you got to do is comment down below, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. I appreciate you making it this far. If you did, most likely you're going to enjoy one of these next two videos as well. So make sure to click on one of those.